Hello everybody and welcome back. We made a bad decision with this Tinder date.
Yeah, I mean, we
uh,
should just feed and get out of here.
yeah. We're walking across a mostly empty street. He's focused on keeping upright and walking in a straight line. I'm focused on finding a spot where I can drink him up. You seem like bad news. Oh yeah? So why don't you just leave me alone? Determinism, I guess. I roll my eyes and that's when I notice a deep underlit stairwell. I look around and realize there's no one around. This is my chance. I immediately yank him downstairs. It's almost pitch black, but I can still see his face. He doesn't seem shocked. It's more like awkwardness. Now listen. It's not that I never want to do this sort of thing in public. Quite the opposite. It's just that I need a certain degree to comfort to perform at optimal levels.
Okay, so you
Oh,
have ED. Don't
shut
worry
up.
about it.
I sink my fangs inside of his neck and he whimpers and becomes silent. Finally! That's what I've been waiting for the past hour. He relaxes in my arms and I relax with him. It's like all the drinks I had to deny myself until now are hitting my head all at once with no unpleasant side effects. I feel radiant. I don't want this moment to end, but it has to. I drop his body to the floor and lick the wound closed, just the way she taught me. His pulse is faint, but steady. He reeks of booze. If anyone finds him, there should be no suspicions. As I walk up the stairwell...
That's why we put up with this.
Yeah.
To get booze in our system.
Oh. Ah! As I walk up the stairwell, I insert a finger into my mouth and try to sense my fangs. No dice. It seems they really are retractable. Well, that's handy. The hunger pangs are gone. I rub my hands around my body. I feel comfortable, hopeful, happy. Can't remember the last time I enjoyed a life like this. Now let's keep the party going. Wow, what a night. Wow, this is a gorgeous fucking shot.
Backdrop, goddamn.
I watch Times Square from above. It's beautiful.
Of
This
course
must be
it's
what
Times
Spider-Man gets to look at.
Constantly, man.
Never thought this place could make me emotional, to be honest. But here I am, feeling deeply moved. Who would have thought? I wonder what kind of vampire she is. We didn't really get to see. I don't know if we're,
We haven't... I mean, she's able to blend into the shadows. Like, physically, it seems.
Do you remember which one that is? She doesn't seem like the Beast one. She doesn't seem Nosferatu. She doesn't seem like Bruja.
She's definitely not Nosferatu.
She doesn't seem to be like the artistic type.
Yeah, Bruja is...
Or the Blue Bloods.
Yeah, Bruja is more physical.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a blue blood, because she drank him without any issue.
Yeah. And, I don't know, maybe this is the artistic thing.
Premiere? It might be.
Maybe. Getting up here was surprisingly easy, all things considered. Took more thought than physical effort. Earlier tonight, I started experimenting with this body's limits. I realized I can jump over small buildings and climb steep walls with ease now.
No, I just had a thought.
What?
When you brought up Spider-Man, I just had a thought that he probably does occasionally eat like a whole-ass pizza, like on a rooftop like this.
Oh, yeah.
Not paying attention as it just slips off the edge. This web sling catches the box, but the pizza lands on a dude's head.
Ah, typical Parker.
And he's gone.
I planned a scenic route across the rooftops. I did my best to avoid attracting attention, just as I was told. Stayed in the shadows as much as humanly possible. I spot a drone from afar. For a second, I feel uneasy. But I remember what she told me. Machines won't get a clear view of me anymore. Camera footage, photos, it's all glitched out or blurry. Wouldn't take it for granted if I didn't try to catch my reflection earlier on. I couldn't see my face clearly, not in the mirror, not even in a puddle. My face was like one of Dolly's clocks. She told me to keep a low profile regardless. Someone might take note and track you down. She didn't care to elaborate, but it didn't sound encouraging. Suddenly, it hits me that I might never see my own face again. I won't even be able to take care of my looks by myself. And what about the long-term psychological effects? I don't know, get a portrait of yourself. Go to a beauty salon run by vampires. I don't know, there's probably something for that.
You can figure something out. I mean, if you put on makeup, it's eventually just... what's it called? Muscle memory.
Yeah. A knot of anxiety tightens in my stomach. Jesus. Jesus! This is probably just one tip of the iceberg. What else is going to change? Calm down. Wait a second. These past few nights have been the best of my life. For years, I was on a downward spiral. A downward double spiral? Failing health, no future, a feeling of overwhelming powerlessness. Now, everything has been flipped upside down. Ah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. A total paradigm shift. A bad ending is no longer the only option. I am actually looking forward to tomorrow. I forgot how that feels. Where it used to stand at mere seconds to midnight, the doomsday clock has been effectively turned off. A cold breeze brushes my cheek. As stupid as it sounds, I choose to read it as the world telling me to chin up. I can bend anyone to my will. I am capable of superhuman strength. I am a master of the shadows. I can do anything. Tomorrow night, I will be introduced to my duties. If everything goes according to plan, I will become a New York City representative of Clan La Sombra.
La Sombra. Oh, that's what
yeah,
she
that's
is.
the shadow ones, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Vampire.
Aren't there La Sombra? I remember Dainty mentioned La Sombra at some point.
Maybe. The
Like,
only
aren't
ones
they like the pretty ones that are just are considered like evil and backstabbing by the others
Maybe?
or something?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm sure we'll get our answer. Whoever they are, whatever that means, I have no idea what to expect. But tonight is tonight. I'm free. All my worries from a month ago feel like they belong to someone else. Finally, things are looking up. Oh, trophy! A celebration of power!
Are you celebrating your power,
Shadows of
Dre?
New York. Uh-huh. Celebrate good times. God damn it, I'm back here again! March 2020.
Back to beating your meat.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Familiar sounds, familiar smells, familiar faces. Yet again, I'm recalling... Oh, cool. Yet again, I'm recalling that night when everything finally seemed to change for the better. I mean it. It's not like I wasn't expecting everything to go back to the old, depressing normal. Even in the thick of it, the rational part of me recognized my state as temporary. But with these highs, there's always a hope it won't end. Or maybe, that an ego death will finally occur. Be satisfied, you stupid fucking bitch! I command you! Here's all the logical evidence for why you should be satisfied. Here's the obvious direction for your life. And here's the detailed explanation of how you should treat the people that care for you. No, Dice. I always fall back into the same old habits. It's like they were encoded deep into my DNA. The aimlessness, the powerlessness, the spiritual exhaustion. These goddamn fast food trips. The stupid fucking self-loathing, now amplified whenever I drink somebody's blood. Maybe I should just blame it all on the misfortune of my birth. You do this social climbing until you disassociate, and then you are just this untethered, constantly frustrated ball of dumb desires. Except I'm sort of immortal right now, and need to figure out what to do next. I watched this obscure Asian movie once. Eli Eli Lema Sabachthani, starring Tadanobu Asano. God, please spare me. One of the coolest guys in the world. He plays this Merzbow-like figure, a legendary noise musician. There's this mysterious virus spreading around the world, causing despair and mass suicide. A rich CEO's granddaughter gets sick and longs to die, so he spends a fortune searching for the cure. Turns out Asano and his friends, played this violent onsen geisha guy, are traveling through Japan, searching the corpse-strewn towns and fields for any unique item that can produce beautiful sounds. As it turns out, the avant-garde walls of noise they create are able to heal the infected. The CEO begs the band to help, offering them all the money they want, but for some reason they refuse. Through a series of flashbacks, concerts, and vignettes, a mystery unfolds. Eventually, we realize that Asano's music is not just a remedy, it's also a cause of the virus. Whenever it connects with people, they get this hunger for more extreme, more novel experiences. And eventually, they hit a wall. Nothing can satisfy them anymore. They lose their will to live. Not even the musicians are spared from this curse. They know the end will come, sooner or later. The girl is saved by a mind-blowing concert, but the tragedy is merely postponed, not averted. The last shot of a Jesus-like Asano silently considering his role as savior and destroyer stayed with me. Man, this movie sounds cool as hell!
It does.
The form of this film is abrasive, little to no narrative coherence, some weird, cartoonish creative choices, the Japanese noise soundtrack, the very freeform and hard to understand weave of themes. But at this point, movies are like this are all that truly connect with me. I'm the New
Looked
York
up
City.
La Sombra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here it is. That's us, the Night Clan. Other kindred call us Magisters, Abyss Mystics, or Turncoats if they want to drive home the fact that many La Sombras switched sects in recent years. Sects. Sects. There we go. The Wade Carson... Okay. The Wade Carson told the story. We used to be the brains behind the Sabbat, a pretty nasty group working in opposition to the Camarilla. They've since left for the Middle East for the most part. Wonder what that's like. But a sizable chunk of my clan opted out and changed sides. Traditionally, we were entrenched in the Catholic Church back in Europe, but not for mystical reasons. Our path was that of coercion and puppetry, so pulling the strings of important religious leaders was just a means to an end. The Night Clan is also borderline Darwinian in their philosophy about embracing new members. The shittiest period of my life was fully orchestrated by Karen in order to see if I was good with somber material.
Welcome
back. They do not care for losers who just take it lying down. Then there's the dark. I'm still coming to grips with it, but apparently shadows aren't just absences of light to us. They're openings in some kind of hell, and we can wield them or even use them to contact the dead. The downside? We share a classic vampire feature in that we don't really have clear reflections. This also refers to not playing well with cameras, and by extension, having issues dealing with technology in general.
Yeah, I looked up La Sombra. Their powers are to dominate oblivion and potence, as in they're stronger than average, and oblivion enriches their blood and allows them to manipulate and control shadows around them. So shadows is just a doorway to oblivion to vampires.
Cool, they got fucking shadow powers, that's great. I'm the New York City representative of the La Sombra clan now, also known as the Night Clan. They are masters of shadows who cast distorted reflections and make modern tech go haywire in their presence. Last year, a few months back before I was embraced, the La Sombra had joined with the Camarilla, the biggest and most traditional sect in the vampire world. The two groups actually used to fight each other, but our leaders found some intel that made them reconsider their strategy. So they sent a diplomatic mission to parley with their historical enemies. The deal they got in Chicago was simple, an unlife for an unlife. For every La Sombra vampire allowed in the Ivory Tower, one La Sombra vampire has to meet their ultimate end. Wow, that's shit. That's a terrible trade-off. I thought it was gonna be like, one vampire has to go live with the La Sombra and shit, but no, it's like, yeah, for everyone you want to join, you have to kill someone. I still remember the name of the woman who met her final death so I could begin my unlife. Her name was Hester Reed, a sworn enemy of the Camarilla, a guerrilla who spent... a guerrilla fighter who spent decades opposing them.
Okay, so it's kill our enemies and we'll let you bring one person over for every enemy you kill.
I guess. She was someone with far better principles than mine, from what I've gathered. Well, whoever she was, her execution by my sire served to convince the NYC elites to give us La Sombra a chance. Then they set out to look for a mutually agreed upon candidate who'd come up in the clan's rep in the city. Whatever. My sire searched for someone who gave the impression she was more than she appeared. The local court was looking for someone that they could walk all over. After long negotiations, they decided I was a good compromise. How flattering. They proceeded to systematically destroy my entire life, just to make me show I was psychologically strong enough to join their ranks. The Turncoat Special, they called it. Somehow, I succeeded. And
Turncoat Special, we're going to destroy your life systematically.
Wow, it's so shit. Sigh. I stopped writing and put my pen down. Oh
Valerie.
Shit, it's you!
It's her again.
You're the vampire night hunter lady.
Yeah.
You want to be her? Because I'm already doing a lot of voices.
Sure. Will that be all?
Yes, Miss Duval. I hope you enjoy your stay in London.
Oh, I very much doubt I will. Just like every cultured person, I think only a good Englishman is a dead Englishman.
Ouch! Fucked up serial killer was just Not interested in small talk with someone as sociopathic as her, I finished the formalities in silence. That'll be all.
Tell Kadir I said hello, and farewell.
Oh, yeah! We got our boy Kadir back! Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
Safe travels. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, psycho. Ah, well. I'm the lone Wasombra in this town. My representational role means jack shit. No title, no perks, no whatever. Right now, I'm the court's gopher, doing all sorts of work nobody else will touch. Oh, hey! Just like your old
So you're a
life!
freelancer. Nothing's changed, I see. Guts.
Sorry. My main duties?
Okay.
Being a sort of immigration officer. See, New York City is probably the biggest vampire travel hub in the USA. And definitely the
Really?
biggest one in the East Coast. Almost every kindred arriving from Africa and Europe comes through here.
Huh.
The local Camarilla is nuts about bureaucracy and population control. So every vampire leaving or arriving in this town is supposed to check with me to inform me about their travels. Well, in theory
You're
at
a
least.
concierge.
The VIPs play by different rules. They take care of this stuff through connections and servants.
But first,
Sorry. Getting messages. Sorry.
to the first after the prince, or Kadir, their Primogen council. These things vary. Yeah, I'm a naturally traitorous Lasombra, so they still prefer being traditional at the hands-on about these things. As I said, at the end of the day, I'm a gopher, and this work only serves to remind me I'm not quite in, just standing at the gate. They haven't even given me an office. I just meet everyone in public places, such as coffee shops or this fast food restaurant. Some consider this an insult and lash out at me, but luckily most of them understand we're in the same boat. Only here because we're curs who need to be reminded of our place from time to time. Ellipses.
Ah.
Speaking of, my last client is 15 minutes late, and I still have more errands to run tonight. This is getting irritating. To be honest, I should just find some self-respect and leave. But I won't. My sorry upbringing left me with this stupid sense of responsibility. Ten more minutes pass.
Okay. Eventually, an unfamiliar woman appears by the door. She tells someone to stand by the door and walks in. Oh, shit. Okay.
Hello there. I love the shawl.
Long chestnut hair, body stuck in her late teens by the look of it, a fashionable scarf covering most of her face, elegant clothes, dignified walk. I signal her to sit in front of me, trying my best not to let my impatience show. She obliges. You here to check in? I am. Julius Sawinski, I presume.
Okay, did not see the period. I thought I am Julius Sawinski. I'm like, what?
Yeah. She's scanning her surroundings like we're at a circus.
Is that like a code?
I hope you mind if I make it quick. I'm needed in Elysium. Name? Catherine Weiss. Huh. Swear I've heard that name before. Someone else's description of her crosses my mind. That weird lady who owns the art hole but is never there? Weird? So it is her. Catherine Weiss, the owner of the art hole, de facto headquarters of the New York City Camarilla. For fuck's sake, Julia, what are you doing calling her weird right off the bat? God knows you've already made a fool of yourself in front of enough VIPs in this city. Recover! I'm sorry, it's just that I still don't know many people there, so I have to go by descriptions I'm given by members of the Primogen. Well, the description is mostly correct. Outside of that one word that slightly perplexes me. Pot calling the kettle black, sounds like. Oh, from what I gathered, it's just that your interests are rumored to be, not fully aligned with the Camarillas, and it irks some folk up there. Being a keeper of the Elysium is not enough for some, I see. I suspected as much, but what can you do? She seems chill. Good. Anyway, Catherine Weiss. Wow. Yes, want me to spell it? People often have trouble getting it right. Forgive my indiscretion, it's just that people of your stature don't usually bother checking in with me. They usually report their arrival to one of the Primogen, and they make all the arrangements. I heard Prince Panhard is busy with the preparations for her big party. Silence! I assume that if I spared her some paperwork, she'd appreciate it as a gesture of goodwill. Alright, well, that's all the time for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.
Adios.